All right, hey guys, Sean here with Blue Ridge Collectibles. We're here to talk about the sports card spec of the week, and after just a awesome Sunday of games, we had some pretty notable games by some players. We have rookie Antonio Gibson going off for 3 touchdowns and like 115 yards. That was pretty phenomenal, but it's not the big spec of the week, although I would probably watch out for his cards, okay? It's probably not Tyreek Hill's absolutely chaotic 269 yards and 3 touchdowns. No, that is incredibly impressive, let alone Patrick Mahomes doing it again for over 400 yards and just laying it on thick, and that's why they are the gold standard of the AFC. All right, and it's probably not Derrick Henry's just massive game. Okay, they put the whoop on the Colts this weekend. No, it wasn't that, and his 3 touchdowns. It was actually the news that broke on Saturday. Rookie Jalen Hurts for the Philadelphia Eagles announced that he is getting first-team reps. Okay, so this is probably no surprise, given just kind of like the tumultuous play of Carson Wentz. We all wanted him to be kind of like that MVP caliber quarterback that we saw a few years ago, okay, when they, punched their ticket through to the Super Bowl, and with the help of Nick Foles, who, is still a guy that's in the league being talked about. It's just incredible that he's doing relatively well. Okay, probably not as well as he did a few years ago, but he's still in the league nonetheless. So is Carson Wentz's time up? Okay, he has some brilliant games. At the same time, he has those games where you're kind of like scratching your head. Okay, tonight might be the ultimate test, where they face off against the Seahawks, who has, their team has been kind of spongy on the old defense. Russell Wilson probably throwing more interceptions than he ever has compared to any other year. So they are certainly a beatable team. All right, so Carson probably getting his one last kind of like showmanship level performance to really see what he is. But again, all the talk in the town has been Jalen Hurts, okay, the rookie that everybody has been waiting for. Whether or not he's a viable kind of candidate to take over for Carson Wentz sometime this season remains to be seen. I think the one big X factor in all of this is going to be how has he developed his passing, because it's kind of been something that has really hurt him. Not only in NFL, okay, through the few plays that he's participated in, but also throughout college. Okay, it's been one of those things where he relies on movement in the pocket, and making those type of plays, but his passing isn't exactly where it needs to be kind of like that NFL caliber quarterback. However, because of Carson Wentz's play, there's been a lot of speculation going on here just in the last 48 hours over Jalen Hurts' cards. So we're going to take time. Now, keep in mind, this is kind of an unusual week, because this week, Panini is releasing one of the most revered rookie card sets in the 2020 Prism football. As a matter of fact, as of today, Prism No Huddle, which is kind of like Fast Break, it's got the little donut circle parallels, drops today. So there are breakers breaking these things live right now. You're going to see a lot of these cards hit the secondary market. As a matter of fact, the first reported sale of a Justin Herbert Silver Hollow Prism sold in excess of $1,200. So this stuff is live. Again, Prism is kind of like the gold standard of the rookie card for not only football, but also basketball. But since we don't have a lot of market data to go off of, okay, we're going to focus on his kind of like second-tier rookie. Up to this point, it was the card to own before Prism, and that's going to be the 2020 Mosaic Silver Prism. This is actually his true rookie card. There are also rookie cards that say NFL debut. Okay, those don't sell for nearly as much and are kind of seen as just like second fiddle to the card right here. So we have that one. We also have the red mosaic cut prism rookie of the same type. We're also going to take a look at that on the secondary market. I just want to let you guys know that as of right now, prices on these Jalen Hurts mosaic rookies, okay, whether it's the silver, the red, any other parallel, or perhaps even just a regular standard chrome base, these have seen price spikes. We're going to get into, how much people are paying more for these cards, okay? And should you follow suit on kind of like what is just right now spec news, okay? Is he going to get, the ball? Maybe not today, but next week. It really depends on what Carson Wentz does on the field against the Seahawks. That's going to be a huge test. And then we'll talk about other cards maybe that you should avoid, okay? So we're going to go ahead and dive right into eBay sales. And, that's where it all starts. Okay, if you want to get just an overall temperature check on how cards are selling, okay, eBay, no doubt about it, is the best kind of like live price guide that you will use to determine the value of the cards in real time. Okay, that's why I'm saying that just within the last 48 hours, since the news broke of Jalen Hurts taking those first team reps, okay, we have seen some pretty extraordinary price spikes of both of these cards that I have talked about, okay? And we're not going to talk about graded material. Of course, that has a market all on its own. And usually it's a whole heck of a lot more, okay? Mosaic has always been one of those sets where it's been really tough to find a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5 or a Pristine 10. The cards are cut, kind of like wonky. They're off center. There's surface issues on a lot of them, so it's a very challenging set to or challenging kind of like card to grade on its own. So we are going to take a look at the silver first and foremost. We're going to look at a few of the most recent sales of the silver card on its own. All right, so we're going to stay away from the actual lots like this, and here's the first one. This is actually the same card that I have here. This is the card number 222, Jalen Hurts Silver Hollow Rookie Card. Okay, this one here is sold for $90, and then there's $5.75 for shipping. And then we see another one for $90. Okay, so those are the two most recent actually sold today. So as you can see, we're at $90 for the base silver. Here's a lot of 4 of them for a best offer. Don't know exactly how much that offer is. It might be $300, it might be $325. $300 would be a little bit of a discount compared to the 2 examples that sold earlier today. All right, so we're going to take a look at a few more. Of course, there's these NFL debuts. Again, not nearly seen as being the top tier rookie type card that's non-autoed, but we also have a few autographs in here. The rookie scripts, are commanding about $125 to $130 raw. And here's another one for $96 that sold yesterday. All right, and then close to $100. We're 5 cents off. Seeing as how the shipping also plays a part in that as well. All right, so those are some of the most recent sales. I can tell you this right now: the silver prism Jalen Hurts could have been had for as low as $50 to $55 a few days ago. Okay, so we're going to go back about a day if we can. We're actually at the 22nd, so we'll go right around Thanksgiving. Okay, so here's one right here. Here's the same exact card that sold for $60. Okay, and then $4 shipping. All right, so you guys can see kind of like that news effect. All right, all of a sudden you have the speculators jumping in, pumping up the card prices. And right now it's probably going to peak around $80 to $90 until Hurts has the ability to get out on the field, okay, for more than just 1 snap or 2 snaps when they're trying to do some sort of gadget play or run it or something or another. So as you can see, let's see, we got a graded one. Here's another one that sold for a best offer, probably $60. And I know these have sold for a little bit less. Here you go. Here's one for $56.01. Again, take a look at the date. This is just a few days ago. This was on the 26th. We also have a No Huddle Mosaic that sold for $60. Here's another one with the Mosaic Silver Cuts. Here's another one that sold for $50. Okay, so it got down as low as $50. If we go back a little bit more, let's see where we're at here. So as you can see, here's another one right here that's sold for a best offer down from $42. So it got to a point where these things were being sold for less than half what the cards are selling for right now, which is about that kind of like $85 to $90 range. And it seems to be holding really, really good right there. But this is crazy. This is incredibly. There was even one that sold for $8.80. Don't know if that's a legit sale or not, but you know, that's huge. And then here's another one that sold for a best offer off of $40, so probably $30, $35. So the card dropped down a lot, okay, by like, you know, mid-October to about mid-November. So there was less desire to have the cards because at the time, Carson Wentz had beat the 49ers pretty handily, okay, a team that is known to have a really good defense, albeit the 49ers are pretty banged up. A lot of guys are gone, although they got Richard Sherman back and a few other guys on the team, and they beat the Rams yesterday, so that's another team to kind of like watch as being a spoiler. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but it'll be interesting to see how they do for the rest of the season. All right, so that's the silver. Okay, we've identified that just within the last 30 days, the card has jumped up about 100%, if not maybe a little bit more. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the red. All right, this is the red hobby only release, card number 222, true rookie. It's not NFL debut. So we have a 2-card lot that sold for $53.53. And here's another one with a best offer off of $100. I would venture to guess it sold for a lot less than that. I don't know how much, but maybe someone could check. Here's a Mosaic Choice. This is the red and green that sold for a buy it now, $99. This is a Choice Fusion, so that's different. Here you go. Here's another one, $32.78. Here's a graded one that ended up as a PSA 10 that sold for $200. That's a solid sale. Here's another one with a best offer accepted. Another one here. So they seem to be coming in around $30 to $40 for the regular true rookie. But take a look at this. This was on November 20th. It sold for under $20 shipped. Okay, a best offer was actually accepted, probably $15. So even this card had doubled up in price. And I would say that if you were going to look, if you can't afford a lot of these ones, especially now that they're getting close to $100 a card, what's the alternatives? Well, yeah, you have two. Okay, if you're going to stay in Mosaic, the red prism, this one right here, okay, could be had for between $30 $35, which I still think is a good buy, if and only if he gets the start and he performs well, because the NFC East has been a dumpster fire to say the least. So, okay, they're going to throw everything that they can out there. They're going to try different things while the division is still close. Again, it's been talked before. The NFC East team that ends up making it to the playoffs will probably have a losing record. I mean, no joke. You can't make stuff like this up. But if you were going to jump in, the Mosaic Reds, the Mosaic Silvers, okay, not the true silvers, but the Mosaic little square silvers are also another great buy. And the green and red Mosaic Choice cards are another fantastic buy. Those are around $50 to $60. And these are a little bit more exclusive. There's not nearly as many of these as the red and the silver Mosaics. But if you're looking for something like under $50, you want to buy like maybe 6 of them, those are a great choice as well, just because they're a little bit more exclusive. And then at that point, okay, I would say your best bet is to go ahead and send them off to BGS PSA. Okay, get these things graded, get them back. You might be holding on to them throughout the off season, okay, depending on how well he plays. Now, if he doesn't play well at all, well, we're going to see these prices come tumbling down. All right, so that in a nutshell is kind of like the Mosaic market. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these prices will concede to the Prism release this week. Okay, these are boxes that are $1,100, $1,200. Again, these are the gold standard rookies that people are looking forward to every holiday season. Okay, it drops this Friday. So we're going to expect to see different prices come along. We're going to see more desirable cards from Prism. That's going to make it more onto the list. And Mosaic will still be worth something. Okay, these are not going to drop a whole lot, especially if Hurts comes out of the gate playing really well. All right, so we want to keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and blow up the screen a little bit here. The cards I would say to personally avoid, even though I have one here, is anything draft related where the player is in their collegiate uniform. Okay, the perfect example is going to be this card. All right, I'm going to tell you exactly how much I paid for this and tell you kind of like what it's worth, because it's pretty crazy for what it is. But I have a 2020 Immaculate Jalen Hurts RPA Emerald, which is numbered 3 out of 5. Man, why couldn't it be a jersey number from college? Anyways, that's an impressive card right there. I originally paid $140 for this, and because of just the news from over the weekend, this card is probably worth about $200. Okay, the only problem is it's kind of capped out because it doesn't feature Jalen in his NFL uniform, okay, in his Eagles uniform, and that's what a lot of people want. They want the rookies where they are showcased and imaged with their actual team, NFL team uniform on. And, so your Prism draft picks, your Contenders draft picks, Chronicles draft, Immaculate, National Treasures, these are all sets that I would personally stay away from. They don't have the great secondary market action, and they don't have the long-term investability compared to, say, Prism, Mosaic, Select, the National Treasures, Flawless, like the big-time ones where they're all actually in their NFL uniforms. Okay, so keep that in mind. Yeah, you'll pay more in the end, but, if you buy them in the off-season when prices dip as normal, then you should be in good shape. Okay, so I would say after the NFL has wrapped up for the season and Jalen played really well to close out the rest of the year, I would probably look at buying some of his cards around maybe April or May, or perhaps maybe early summer. That's where you're going to see the lowest price drops. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it. Hopefully you guys got a few takeaways from this video. Jalen Hurts might be a thing. We'll see. He might play a little bit tonight. Really hard to say. I think Carson's still starting this game. It's not official that he is starting, Jalen Hurts, that is, tonight's game against the Seahawks. That would be a tough one, that's for sure. But I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Collectibles. Thanks so much for joining in on the Sports Card Spec segment. As always, collectors, we are discovering together. You guys take care. Have a great day and enjoy collecting. All right, I'll see you.